gentlemen, welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling. My name is BrendenPlayz, and oh my goodness, this is a big episode. Some big things are going down right now, and I cannot wait to show you guys are going to like what is coming. Alright, before we get there though, quick little recap. We have done another show. Quick little recap of what went down. So let's take a look. So we had Xplosion. We had 5,200 in attendance. And just a bit of a look at that. You can see our attendances. We were around about that 5,000 mark. Sometimes a little less. But we did really well in the tri-state area. 5,200. 0.27 rating for Xplosion, which is around about what we've been getting. We have improved. We're about 2.2, but our last couple have been about 0.27, so our ratings are going up, which is fantastic to see. We had a 64 rated show for Xplosion. Chris Sabin beat Marufuji, Danielson beat Roderick Strong, and Tajiri beat Skipper with a few angles and things to go along with it. We had our Impact show. Now, we continued on the Super X Cup, but we had one slight little issue, and it was to do with our scheduling once again. Now, Kenta, he is a part of the tournament, but he is on pay-per-appearance, and he does work for a number of different promotions, Noah being his main one. And that is his top priority, so when he needs to go work a Noah show, then he will. So what happened is that he was unavailable for us on our Impact show, so we couldn't go ahead and schedule his match. But what we will do is his match next time on our next Impact show. So we can only do the one Super X Cup match. So our overall show did an 81 rated. We had Samoa Joe and Abyss beat Daniels and Christian Cage in our tag team main event. Afterwards, we had Joe and Abyss put Daniels and Cage through a table. So it was a bit of a mix. We kind of put the X division with our main event. I kind of liked that. I wanted to mix that in. Although it didn't get an amazing match rating, but still. We had Gal, Kim, and Jazz beat Melissa and Natalia. 59 rated match. Now you're probably thinking, wow, 59, really? But that's actually really good for our knockouts. So that's good signs. We are improving there. We had Rhino. He beat Test. 75 rated. Not bad. We got some news on Test we'll get to in a moment. We had America's Most Wanted beat the Naturals. And Kazarian, he advanced in the Super X Cup to the next round by beating Austin Aries. 80 rated match, which is a little bit more than what I was expecting, because Austin Aries' performances have been a little bit down. I think it's been because he's had a bad gimmick, so we've had to kind of work that and improve that. And we'll have a look at Austin Aries now. So we did change his gimmick. It was rated as awful. Now it's rated as average. So I think his performances will improve because of that, because a bad gimmick's going to pull him down no matter what. So we have given him the brain gimmick, which is kind of like, alright, I'm going to outsmart my opponent rather than, you can read it here. So, an evil character who tries to get his way by outthinking his enemies rather than engaging in physical combat. The punchline is often that he's foiled by some obvious flaw that the good guys can exploit. So, basically, Austin Aries believes he's too smart for his opponent, and he's going to try and, yes, he'll bait them into maybe having a match, and then he might, weasel his way out of it. I'm not sure. But it did get a bit of an average rating, which is a lot better than what we gave him before, so it is an improvement there. Okay, so the news. The big news, you can see there's some mail. I want to click on, I want to show you, because it's big. It is big. And here we go. So there are some WWE guys available for us to try and sign. Let's get into them. So, as you can see at the top, Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, 29, 2 years in the business at this point. He is available to get. I personally, around about this time, was a huge fan of Bobby Lashley, and I still like him, but he is 73 popularity. Now, he does have a big part to play in TNA throughout the years, so he is a TNA guy essentially. So, I really want to try and get him. We've made a play for him, and he is only considering our offer at the moment. We've given him a big deal, $22,000. That's the absolute max that Dixie would let us go. But we had to give him 7 years. Set with a huge deal, 7 years. WWE was only giving him 4 years. He's not considering them. So at the moment, we're in the box seat. We could be getting Bobby Lashley to our company very, very soon. Now, he is better at a babyface than he is a heel, so he could come in and play a big role. Now, obviously, Raven's been one of our top baby faces. We can move Raven along, put Bobby Lashley in that spot, and he could have a big role in players. I mean, some matches against Samoa Joe would be really good. Abyss, Muhammad Hassan, so we've got some big names. A-Train as well, so some big guys for Lashley to go up against, and he could be our big powerhouse alongside Rhino as our babyface. I think that would be a really, really good move, and I think Lashley could be great. His skills, they're not bad. Now, he has got abysmal promo ability. Terrible, 28. So he's going to need a manager, which leads us to our next point. We'll get to the rest later. We did get Dusty Rhodes. We wanted to get more managers. We did get Dusty Rhodes. Now, I don't have an idea. Who the hell do I put with Dusty Rhodes? That's the thing. I don't know. I'm a little torn. I don't know who would be a good fit with Dusty Rhodes. So that's someone that I'd like to get your advice in the comments. Who do you see? Dusty Rhodes, he's a babyface manager. I guess we'll have a quick look. You guys can have a quick look to see who should you put him with, because we've got a lot of guys that could use a manager. I mean, Jeff Hardy, for example, he's only got 50 mic ability, but Dusty and Jeff Hardy just doesn't seem like a natural fit. Yeah, there's a few guys, like I said, obviously Raven, someone we're thinking about maybe moving him to a managerial role as well. Rhino, he could use a manager. Dusty Rhodes, maybe not a bad choice there. 62 microphone skill at this point, so maybe not the worst idea to go with him there. But just a thought. But we do need to have him doing something. Now, Dusty Rhodes as well does have 93 color commentary ability. Now, we actually tried that on our last Impact. We put him on, and you'd think in theory it's fantastic, but it turns out he has awful chemistry with Don West, myself, my own user character, and Mike Tenay. So all of our announcers, he works terrible with them, so he's terrible with everyone, so he's useless. He's useless. We can't use him on a commentator basis because it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Even though he's so good at commentary, 93 is amazing. That would fix a lot of our commentary issues, because Don West isn't great. But you could say, well, why don't you just get rid of Don West and put Dusty in? He doesn't work well with Mike Tenay. And Mike Tenay is, I think, probably the best announcer we can get right now, play-by-play. So we just can't do it. So we're going to have to use Dusty as a manager. Who? I don't know. Alright, so Lashley is an option. Next up, a lot of you guys have been asking me, you got Tyson Kidd, can you get Harry Smith? So we have, you guys have asked, we've brought him in, and he actually has decent popularity, 37, a little bit better than what I expected. So we're going to bring him in as a tag team. We sent him down to Developmental to work down there, and he's only 19, so he's got a long way to go, but he's not too bad already. So him and Tyson Kidd as a tag team, I think, will really work well down there, and potentially on the main roster. Brock Lesnar, he's got a bit more offers coming his way. We still can't talk to him, but he's got another offer. So ASW, I think that probably will just be a pay-per appearance or touring deal, so I'm not too worried yet. Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton was available. I would have loved to get him. Look at a popularity, 86 now. He is a WWE guy. We know he's a WWE guy through and through. He'd never go to TNA. So getting him would have been a little bit unrealistic and something that I probably wouldn't like to do. But it wouldn't matter anyway, because once again, he wouldn't talk to us. We're too small for him. So his 86 popularity wouldn't talk to us, so we couldn't sign him. I'm sure WWE got him for a big deal, so we couldn't get him. So unfortunately, we have missed out on Randy Orton, who, look, his stats are not sensational at this point, but they're still pretty solid. 90 star quality as well, so he could have been a major player, and obviously would have had the most popularity in our whole company. We missed out on him. Melina. We have an issue with our knockouts division. It's terrible. There's no popularity. There's no star power. Melina, she could be an option. Now, her skills are not quite up to scratch, but that's okay. She's still developing. She's still learning. Decent microphone ability though, and great star and sex appeal. So that's really, really positive. And most of all, she's got 62, 63, 60, around that low 60s for popularity, which is sensational. That's huge. That could be really, really beneficial for us. So she would obviously be the most popular woman in our Knockouts division. And best of all, WWE don't want her. They let her go. They are not interested in re-signing her. So I'm basically putting it out there right now. Melina is coming to TNA. And that is awesome because thank God we really do need another knockout to, I guess, lift this division up. And I think she could do it. And last but not least, a man that I've actually really, really wanted is Travis Tomko, aka Tyson Tomko. You're probably thinking, why do you want Tyson Tomko? He's pretty average. His skills are pretty average, but look, Christian and Tyson Tomko were such a great match. I really liked that combination, and I would love to get Tyson Tomko in to be the bodyguard for Christian. Now, I know it's more of a heel thing, but still, it could work. And, you know, if we do ever turn Christian, it could work even better. But I think Tyson Tomko could play a nice big man in our mid-card, and I think he and Christian could obviously work well as a team. Now, WWE have offered him a deal, 4 years for about $16,000. We've given him 10 years, and for the max amount of money we can give him is $15,230. So we can't go any more, I believe. I could be wrong. We can't. Dixie wants us to go even less now, so let's not go back. We had to give him a 10-year deal, so that's a long time, but let's be honest, any more than 5 years is probably irrelevant because I don't think we're going to be playing this playthrough at 10 years. I doubt we're going to be doing that, so it doesn't really matter. And, you know, we could always release him if we wanted to. But 10-year deal, we had to give him a bit of a bonus for working on the shows, never lower than upper mid-carder, so we have to promise him a lot because I really want him, and we're giving him the world, we're giving him everything. Here's the thing though, I only just noticed this, I didn't check this before. He has 98 skill as a heel. So if we're going to bring him in, he probably has to go heel. Although Christian is a babyface, because if we bring him in as a babyface, he's a terrible babyface. He's going to get a very poor rating. So, wow, I didn't actually check that. So maybe the plans to do Christian and Tomko may have to be on hold for a bit of time. But what we could do is send him down to Developmental for a while, even though we're paying him big money, but send him down to Developmental to improve him. And if we do decide to do a Christian heel turn, if we can get maybe Jeff Hardy in that top babyface role, we could go with that. And that's all there is. So that's some big stuff going down. We've got one more day. We've advanced, right to the next show. So we have to get this next show done before we can see if we have any of these guys signing up. A couple other things as well. Cody Rhodes. He has just entered into the game. So he's brand new. He's a rookie. So this is his rookie year, and he's available to get 40 popularity already. So he starts off really good. And we could actually sign him right now, and we're going to try and get him to a developmental deal. And I think he'd be great, a great asset. You can see stats are very poor at the moment. You know, the 50 mark, which is pretty average. So he's not going to be a great worker yet. And, you know, he's got good popularity to go with it, so that's good. That's a good start. That obviously takes a lot of the burden off us, but he needs some work, so sending him down to developmental will be good. And Marufuji, Williams, and Shannon Moore, 3 guys that I didn't sign to written deals for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I hadn't done it yet, so I figured I'll give them all written deals and we'll lock them down. So we can also use them for our house shows and things like that as well and get more value out of them. Even though Petey Williams and Shannon Moore have been 2 guys I've literally done nothing with. I mean, they've got good popularity. I should be doing more with them, especially Shannon Moore, but I just haven't. They've just kind of been lost. I've got so many other guys that I want to do stuff with, but they've just missed out. Okay, before we move on to our show, a couple little things, a couple decisions I want to make. So I want to send a few people down to developmental. I've made the call. I've decided it's time. Someone who needs it, I think, is Test. Now, we know Test, he's improving. We look at his stats, we look at his skills. He definitely is improving. And to be fair, he probably doesn't need too long in developmental. But as you can see, he is improving. His basics have gone 68 to 73, for example. Psychology, 46 to 54. He's improving, no doubt. But he's just not up to scratch. He's got good popularity, so we can't really job him out. We can't really waste him. I don't want to. We still got big plans for him. But for now, I think sending him away to developmental even though he says no, probably not a good idea. You know, I don't know if he's not going to get any more value, then I'm not sure, because right now I just got nothing for him. I'm really tempted to do it, but I guess if his skills won't improve much more in developmental, maybe there's no real point in doing so. So maybe we'll just have to keep him there and keep him working with A-Train instead. But someone I do want to send down is Miss Tessmarker. Now, her skills are abysmal, absolutely terrible. And she is improving, but she's not improving because enough, or fast enough, because we're not having her wrestle that much because her skills are so bad. And because we don't do that many women's matches, but you don't have one or two a show. So she's missing out on that development. So even though she says my skills won't improve anymore, I think they will. And even if they don't, she goes down there and gets an opportunity to wrestle. So she is the manager of A-Train and Tess right now, and that's working pretty well. But we're going to have to sacrifice that in hopes that we can improve her and have her develop even more and become a factor in our knockouts division, because right now she's not going to get used enough because she's just, you know, all over the place. She's managing, but that's not really going to help her skills. So we're just going to have her go down there and wrestle a little bit more. And I think there might have been someone else, but I don't recall. Maybe that was all that I needed to do there. So I thought about Test, but I guess, you know, if he's not going to get that much benefit from going down there, we can still have him wrestle enough. He gets opportunities to wrestle enough on our show, so it's not like he's not getting enough wrestling time. Last little piece, developmental related. It's time. Monty Brown, he says his development is peaked. He's ready to come back. So Monty Brown, it's time to bring him back. As you can see, his improvement didn't really do that much. Mat wrestling went from 22 to 31, submissions 22 to 30, aerial 9 to 18. So he did improve in a few things, but the main things, I guess he did. The basics 72 to 76, psychology 48 to 57. So a few things definitely he improved on, which is good to see. And some of the things that he was already good at, for example, his charisma and such, didn't improve any further on that. But some of the things he was really lacking in, he did improve. So that's good news, and he still has very good popularity. The only issue is he is the champion down there, and I figured that I would like for him to lose the championship traditionally before we move him up, but I don't know if they will, because you can't really say in developmental, hey, I want to call him up, can you have him drop the championship? It's like, okay, he gets vacated, and I don't like vacating championships when you don't have to, especially, you know, I guess you could say it's developmental, who cares, but I still kind of want it to be kind of, you know, special. Being the champion in there should mean something, and he's had 10 title defenses already. So he's plowed through the entire roster. I don't know if he's going to lose that title anytime soon. It's not a necessity that we bring him up, because what we do want to have him for is the Bound for Glory series, which will be taking place after Slammiversary. So we still have another month or two before we need him. And right now we have enough storylines, as you guys can see. We have so many storylines that there probably isn't room for him right now, but we do want to bring him up. So I guess as soon as he loses the championship, then we'll have to make the call and bring him back up. But for now, we'll go ahead and we'll get into booking our Xplosion and our Impact show. So much is going down. So much could potentially go down after this. All right, we have our Xplosion show all ready to go. So let's get into it. So we got Melissa on our pre-show, opening up with a promo on Jazz. We had R-Truth and Austin Aries. They will battling away as R-Truth challenged him to one more match, and they had a brawl after Aries came out and accepted. So we're going to finish off that rivalry with one more matchup there. Shannon Moore and Matt Sydal. I just remembered about Shannon Moore, so we figured we'll put him in a match. And he had a win over Matt Sydal. Now here's the reason why we haven't been using Shannon Moore. 57 rated, Matt Sydal 65 rated. Big difference between their popularity. And Shannon Moore even got a bonus for working the type of match that he likes, the style of match, high spots. So, don't know, go figure. We had Bobby Roode and Jay Lethal. We had Bobby Roode do a backstage attack. So, about ready to wrap that rivalry up too. We kind of haven't done enough with it, but it's been something to give both those guys something to do, and you know, something just to, you know, give them a reason to be on the show. Now, 61 rated match between Natalya and Tracy Brooks, so they had pretty good chemistry. That's one of our better women's matches, can you believe it or not? And Tracy Brooks, we actually were planning on turning her to a babyface, so that's interesting. I mean, I think I went with that because we don't have any popular baby faces right now. Natalya is currently our most popular, and she's only about 38, whereas Gail Kim is the champion. She's, in the 50, and obviously Molly Holly just got beat by Gail Kim. So with Melina coming in, I think Melina would probably suit more as a heel. But we'll have to check her face ability. If she's good as a babyface, we might bring her as a babyface and go up against Gail Kim, maybe for Slammiversary. But that's a good match between Natty and Tracy Brooks. We'll keep this going. We'll see if we do want to go with a change. If not, we can always cancel it. But it's something we can keep in the back of our mind. We had the Stardust cut a promo on Team 3D, something we haven't done enough with either. We need to kind of continue that rivalry on just a little bit more to prep that for the next pay-per-view. And our main event, Marufuji against Chris Sabin. So they had a 75 rated match. Both guys 74 rated performance. So that's excellent from both men. Afterwards, Sabin and Shelley had a 2-on-1 beatdown from Marufuji because Kenta wasn't there. So that's our next issue. Oh, Marufuji was used too much. So that's disappointing. But still 72 rated show for Xplosion. We'll take that. That's pretty good. Okay, so here's the issue. Kenta working elsewhere tonight. We did pre-booking. All you guys are saying if you pre-book, he'll show up. As it turns out, he has taken a booking from Noah, who I swear on my life that this time last week, I checked after the issue that we had. I checked, and Kenta had no bookings for this week, but now he has a booking because they've scheduled more tour dates, and now he is at Noah because that is his #1 priority. So Kenta is not available, and if we don't replace Kenta, then we ain't going to get this tournament going. So what we're doing is we're going to replace him, and we're going to put Tajiri in his place. So Tajiri, I think, will be a pretty good replacement. His stats, pretty good. Popularity around the 50s in some regions not so much, but overall pretty solid, and I think he'll fit just fine. So we are doing this we're doing this in the tri-state region, so I actually think his tri-state region is his best. I could be wrong, and it is 61, so a good time to do it. I didn't even pick that, so that was just coincidental. So a good time to do that. So now we'll put Tajiri in the Super X Cup. Not what I planned at all. But Kenta, I mean, if you're going to keep going to Noah, that's an issue. We may actually have to try and get Kenta to a written deal and take him away from Japan if we can. So that's our next, maybe our next issue. Because right now we can't book him because he keeps taking bookings elsewhere. And that is annoying. We can't use him. Why bother having him? So let's book our Impact show. Alright, all booked up and ready to go for our Impact show. Let's run it and see how we went. We had AJ cutting a promo on Low Key for their match next week. We were going to do it actually this week, but we planned another big main event instead. But we'll definitely do that next week, and we'll have both semi-final matches take place next week. We had Tanahashi beat Hernandez. Now, it actually reminded me, Hernandez is someone that I probably should be sending to Developmental. Then I just realized 63 rated match is pretty good from Hernandez. There's only 40 popularity. It's pretty good from him. So maybe a little time Developmental won't hurt, but he's maybe not that far away. Tanahashi's performances haven't been amazing, to be fair, but 68's getting better. Start things off, we had Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett. They went back and forth, and obviously we're going to be setting up a match between them. And moving on, we had Homicide and Tajiri, 82 rated match. Homicide 80 performance, Tajiri 76. So really good from Tajiri. He seemed off his game, so he could have actually maybe hit 80 himself. So that's really good. So Homicide won the match, so he advances to the next round of the tournament. Tajiri is gone, so it'll be Homicide versus Kazarian in the next round, and AJ versus Low Key in the next round. We finally got that match sorted out. We had Muhammad Hassan cutting a promo on Rhino. Very good promo. A-Train and Ron Killings, 79 rated match. There you go. Ron Killings, better match from him. We haven't had a great match from him in a while, but that was much better. And we had Austin Aries come in and distract him to advance that storyline, and A-Train picked up the victory. I think A-Train's going to be our man. I think we're going to start really pushing him, try to get him up further on the main event level. Whereas Test maybe taking more of a step back. Maybe it is a good thing to send to Developmental if we haven't got any plans for him. And New Age Outlaws versus Team Canada. Road Dogg seemed off his game, but he's getting better at his gimmick, which is good news. Good match, 78 rated. That's the first time we've actually had these two teams battle it out. So good match between the two. We had Jay Lethal come in and distract Bobby Roode. So interference from Jay Lethal costing the match. And we had Jim Cornette on commentary to advance the New Age Outlaws storyline with America's Most Wanted. Since, of course, Jim Cornette is America's Most Wanted manager. And then after that, we had America's Most Wanted come out and attack the New Age Outlaws. We had Brother Devon and Rick Steiner have a match. We knew this wasn't going to be good at all. We knew it. It was a 7-minute match, and Rick Steiner was exhausted. That's how bad he is right now. That's how out of shape the guy is. He's terrible. We need to start having him have more singles matches though, so he can lose, and his popularity can kind of be shifted over to a few other guys because his contract is expiring relatively soonish. So it's time for him to start giving back and losing to some of our guys to, well, I mean, help our popularity out. We had Raven and Muhammad Hassan with a 79 rated match. Muhammad Hassan, 80 rated performance. So there you go. Muhammad Hassan, I told you guys he was worth investing in. He's starting to pay off. He's getting better and better every week. And Raven, well, he just keeps getting worse and worse every week. I tell you what, Raven has been driving me nuts. So it's time just to have him lose. And Muhammad Hassan gets an easy win. Raven's performances was not good. And he was wasted on drugs. What a surprise, Raven. Abyss, excellent promo on Christian. Jeff Hardy, we had him warming up for his match. And we had a big tag match to finish off the show. Whoa! 89 rated match. Wow, that's really good for an Impact match. Really, really good. So we had Christian Cage and Jeff Hardy team up to take on Jeff Jarrett and Abyss, combining those two rivalries. Now, obviously, Jeff Hardy's feuding with Kevin Nash, but we only have Kevin Nash for a number of appearances. We're not going to waste an appearance this week. So instead, we had Jeff Jarrett in that role, obviously because we set that up earlier. But Sting came out and he attacked Jeff Jarrett. Obviously, Sting is feuding with Jeff Jarrett to help Christian and Jeff Hardy get the win. Because no Kevin Nash, well, hey, there's no backup for Jeff Jarrett. So Sting took advantage, took care of business, and helped Jeff Hardy and Christian get the win. So here's some look at the performances. Jarrett with a 90 performance, Abyss 90, Christian 92, and Jeff Hardy 83. So that's really good across the board. Obviously, Jeff Hardy a little lacking, but the rest, excellent, excellent, excellent. And that's our show. So there weren't enough attractive women on the show. I guess we didn't do a women's match, did we? So that was our downfall. So we need more women, apparently. I don't think we used any women, did we? I don't think so. But there you go. 83 rated show. It could have been better. I mean, it should have been better. I mean, we had a couple of great matches, a terrific main event, good crowd, 5,500. Not enough women on our show, so our fans are not happy. So next week, reminder, we better have, we need like the TNA dancing girls. Like, Nitro had the girls. We need some TNA girls so we can get them out there and they can start dancing around to improve our ratings. We got some mail here. Oh no! Tyson Tomko is signed with WWE. No, we wanted him. No, I thought we were gonna get him. We gave him a 10-year deal. Oh man, that sucks. I mean, he's not amazing, but I just thought that Christian and Tyson Tomko together was a good combination. Damn it, that's really annoying. That sucks. Speaking of annoying, Muhammad Hassan wasn't happy at Raven. 2.78 rating for Impact. Pretty good. Pretty good. John Cena's injured. So how long is he injured for? Only 16 days. Damn it. Would have been great if he was injured for a whole year. But yeah, not that long. And AJ thinks Homicide is worth getting behind. I agree, AJ. Alright, we have some decisions. Who is staying with TNA or who is signing with TNA? No one. It's just Raven. It's just Raven. It's just Raven being Raven. So all that for nothing. Alright. So that sucks. We missed out on Tomko. I really believe we're going to get him. I thought we were. So we had an 83 rated show. SmackDown 89. So Cena and Angle, Benoit and Big Show. Well, can't really compete too much with that. Look at their women's matches. 42. Tori and Ashley. Wow, they stunk it up. But hey, at least ours are getting around 60. So we've got the better women's division apparently. So we'll advance. We'll see if we get any contract notifications. Hopefully we do, because I really want to get some of these guys locked in. I think it's imperative that we get them locked in. We need them. We would need Melina. It'd be fantastic. Fantastic we get Lashley to join our main event scene. We'll pause it here. We'll see what we get for this last few days. We'll check the results of our developmental as well. So let's take a look. So Finley's contract is up, and it looks like WWE aren't interested, but he's 47. Popularity is only 60. Not really worth it. Although, still a good worker, but too old. We don't need another veteran. And our Xplosion got a better rating. So, okay, so Melina, we've got her. We've got Melina. Fantastic. So we'll view her profile. Babyface is 80, heel 93. So yes, she's better as a heel, but Gal Kim and Melina against each other could work. And we can keep Tracy Brooks as a heel. We've got Jazz as a heel as well. We do have Christy Hemme. She'll be back soon. So maybe, you know, we don't necessarily need to have Melina as a face, because we do have Christy, and a few others are going, you know, up the rankings. But yeah, I mean, she is a better heel. That's tough. It is tough. I would like to have maybe her and Gal Kim have a big rivalry. So we will put her as a face. We'll do it. I think it's a good call. We don't get it for 22 days anyway, so she'll be cutting it pretty thin anyways for a Slammiversary. So Cody Rhodes, he'll be joining up as well, so he'll join Developmental. We might bring him in as we'll go babyface. He can go in as a face instead of heel. So we've got him down there as well. I mean, obviously Dusty and Cody Rhodes would be a perfect fit, but you know, Cody Rhodes not ready for the main roster yet. And yeah, so Finley, not interested in him. We'll see if we get any other things coming up. But that's good. Melina is now ours. Obviously, we have to wait a few weeks before she does officially join. But it's good news that we have her locked into a deal and she's not going anywhere. Thank goodness for that. We didn't get Tomko, like I said, really disappointed. We could not even possibly get Randy Orton, so that sucked. And it does make me quite concerned that we can't talk to those big stars. Because obviously, Kurt Angle's contract is coming up, and he's someone that you guys have been begging me to sign. Yes, I want to get Kurt Angle, but his contract isn't available yet. And even if it is, I'm quite worried that he won't talk to us. Okay, so a quick little look as well here. So nothing really there. Here we go. We've got him, Lashley. He's joining TNA. Yes, Bobby Lashley is ours. We have him. And as a babyface or a heel, we already have Abyss, Hassan killing it as heels. Our babyface side, we have Sting, Christian, and Jeff Hardy. We've got AJ Styles coming through. He's still got a bit more time to go. We've got Joe. We're going to be planning on having him as a big heel. So our heel side's pretty strong. Our babyface side isn't. Getting Lashley will fix a few issues that we have. And I think him as a face will be great. So don't get him for another 22 days. But we will be getting him. We will be getting Lashley. So I've been trying to help you guys. And oh, by the way, Petey Williams, we're sending him down to Developmental. I forgot about that. But only 4 years in. And apparently his skills can be improved. And we've got nothing for him right now. So we're going to put him down to Developmental. We got him to a written deal, and Shannon Moore, we have him to a written deal as well. Only a 1-year deal for Shannon Moore. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like on it, subscribe to see more. If you have any comments or suggestions, let me know. And by the way, Kevin Steen, Generico, these types of guys, you guys have been begging me to sign. By the way, guys, they're just not that good enough in 2006. Remember, 2006, I know a lot of you guys want me to sign these guys you see on TV in WWE 2017, but sometimes just weren't that good in 2006. So just remember that before you keep asking me every single episode. And plus, we can't, we don't want to steal everyone away from Ring of Honor. We've already killed Ring of Honor enough. We don't want to kill it even further. We don't want to, we don't want to kick it while it's already down. So we'll leave a few of these guys to work some of those territories and get better. And maybe in a year or two, we may think about it. But for now, we'll leave them. And for now, that's all we have time for. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next episode.